Did this happen often?
Not in the last few years. Apparently, Bobby wanted to do something. Something that horrified Joe. So Joe threatened to call off the fight against Stone and kick him out of the gym for good. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
Likes, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
Don't worry. We all make mistakes. Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
Thanks, John.
Got nothing. Still have nothing on that. Gets me off on the phone.
Smirnoff.
You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case. I went to Yale's place and ran into O'Leary's men. They were waiting for him.
Ah, well, it's only normal. They run an illegal gambling operation. If a fight's canceled, they lose money. I'd love to take a swing at O'Leary, but we can't base the case on a hunch.
I'm not finished yet. You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case. A close friend of Dunn's works for O'Leary.
You mean that gorilla? Your ex's bodyguard? We know. O'Leary is a respectable citizen, until we prove otherwise. So, there's nothing wrong with him hiring a bodyguard.
I think that's it.
That's it for now. Swim in them. Please don't. My eyes belong to me. Man, I should have totally put the jog button in this game. Every other game has a jog button, except for this one. He's just doing that I'm too sexy walk. Strip. What the hell? Oh yeah. That was weird. The meter wasn't filling up to like let me go in there. I was like, what? What? What's going on here? Ah! Not a single one of these places utilized, other than the diner. Just the diner.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
I barely know her, but She looks like a smart girl, poor thing.
What do you think about Jake Ostiambi?
Thank you,
Who?
man. Appreciate you, brother.
Who's that?
A big gorilla. Boxer, too. A friend of Joe Dunn's.
Oh, yeah. I barely know him. I don't like how he looks at me.
Can I ask you about your job?
Which one?
How long have you worked at the gym?
It's been, what, 4 or 5 years? Although, I don't think I'll be able to set foot in there again.
This must be really hard for you. I'm sorry. Tell me about your work here in the diner.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. My boss.
Oh, glad to hear that. Other than the diner and the gym, you don't work anywhere else, right?
I wouldn't have the time, although I'm not sure I want to continue working at the gym.
If I were you, I wouldn't quit. Trust me, it might be painful at first, but time heals all wounds.
Joey used to say the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Thanks.
Oh, Joey, there we go.
Any ideas where Bobby Yale could be?
How am I supposed to know? He's rarely there when I clean the gym. Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn. What kind of boss was Joe Dunn?
A good one. Always paid on time, never raised his voice. If I asked for the day off, he even cleaned the gym.
How was Joe Dunn outside the gym?
I wouldn't know. I only saw him at the gym or right there. That was his spot. I think everyone liked him.
Can you tell me how you found Dunn's body?
Well, I thought I was alone. I clean early in the morning before Mr. Dunn comes in.
Oh, so you have keys to the gym.
Yes, of course. There was paint on the floor, so I thought it'd be a busy morning. And then I saw him, hanging there, like a baby mobile over a crib. Then I think I panicked. When I calmed down, I called the police and waited outside. Sorry, that's all I can say.
Don't worry. But if you remember anything else, let me know. Thanks, but I still don't get why he'd commit suicide. His wife died years ago. Maybe he never got over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he did. That was a long time ago.
Maybe he simply had money issues.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be. The gym didn't really get that dirty lately.
I heard his relationship with his daughter wasn't ideal.
Oh, really? Poor man. I don't have kids, but that has to be really hard.
Have you remembered anything else about the
Isn't
moment you
working
found
here?
Dunn's body?
I'm afraid not. It's too painful.
I know,
Do ya?
but we need to find Bobby
Okay, you're
Yale.
fired and you're rehired.
Anything, any minor detail, could really make a difference.
I'll
Love you,
try.
buddy. And pizza parties.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember
No, that's a
anything.
repeat.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See you around.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
The meter is not filling up again. That is so weird. There we go. There's the letter.
Thank you, Mr. Blacksad.
Does the postman always leave your mail on the floor?
I don't know,
What's wrong?
Hell yeah.
It's my mother's wedding ring.
Who had it?
I don't know. My father wore it on his pinky finger after she died.
Not always, apparently.
Will you find out why?
I'll try. But there's something else I'm worried about. This might have something to do with your father's death.
Oh my, yes. It could be. Will you please give me a moment?
Of course.
9 more K. Yeah, de-evolution. There we go.
Okay. Mary put the wedding ring in the envelope and wrote
It
Sonia
could be.
Dunn on it. But why did she have the ring in the first place?
I have all my versions at the ready.
Yes? Don't just stand there. It's awkward.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Pyro, do me a favor. Spend more time shilling the channel than giving me a hard time. Nudge, nudge, eyebrows, eyebrows. Animal people have pets. They probably do. Well, I haven't seen in this one yet, though. Everybody, they do have a, like, there is race in this, though. This is black sad under the skin.
Do you remember anything else about the day you found the thingamajig with the springs and the paint can?
Yeah, no. Wait, yeah. Well, no, now that I think of it, no. Hey, pal, how about thanking a good-looking goat with a cigarette? Oh, come on. You know, cigarettes have lots of very healthy properties. Oh, come on. It's just a smoke, lady.
It's just that I don't want to make it...
You don't want what? What?
He already sounds like he's curdled in blood.
Yeah, you think you're not responsible
Denied
for
the
my
hobo of
pathetic
cigarettes.
state. Think you're not to blame? It's the government that shipped me off to war.
They shipped me off too.
Oh, right. So then you know what it's like to kill, too. Well, then another sad hobo shouldn't be a problem for you, Professor.
Yeah, I killed people.
And yet, you don't want to help me die. Wait, but that's not what I wanted to say. Oh, well, you know we
He's
goats
running
tend
away to the
to jump from
world.
one thing to another. The government paid for everything. Army fatigues, rations, weapons, lodging at hookers, drugs. Do you know where that money comes from? Taxes! Your taxes, my dear friend. You helped them cut my legs. They declare war every chance they get so that the weapon industry that finances their campaigns gets richer and richer and richer. And that's how we finance their wars. So the slightest connection with corruption turns us into accomplices. Unless one manages to keep at arm's length. That is what I did, my loyal disciple, at the Million Star Hotel. So, do you like your master, the great?
Hey, what's your name? You never told me...
He's out. No. Yeah, he's out. He's out. He's gone. He's Gandhi. Okay, so we got our footprints. We got one more lead. Just a matter in the trash that belongs to Yale. Doesn't want to call off the fight. No. Might have something here. No, okay, it isn't those two. Chest expander, paint stains. Paint on the floor. That's like a 3-1 right there, too. Let's go! There we go.
Were Mary Purnell and Joe Dunn an item?
Mary and Dunn were seeing each other.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. I think Dunn was dating the lady that cleans the gym.
Wow, thanks for the gossip. So,
They might have even been engaged, if I'm not mistaken.
great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of
Oh,
information.
wow.
No, I mean, why
I
kill
barely
yourself
even
if you're
talked to
in love and
Smirnoff on
about
the
to get
phone the
married?
first time I played this
All right,
game.
you got a point there.
But holy shit,
Maybe,
when you
but
talk
it
to him on the
seems no
phone,
more than
he's an
a hunch right
asshole.
now. I need solid evidence.
It's like I like Smirnoff, but man, he's an asshole.
I think that's it.
Thank you for the goods. The double goods. Stupid dog. Made me miss what I was listening to.
Did you find anything
Firefox. The
interesting in
share.
those
Thank you,
papers?
Firefox.
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
I'd like to take a look inside that safe now. Could you give me the combination?
I'd love to help you, but my mother's birthday used to be the combination, but I already tried it.
Okay, it's the wrong password.
Could you tell me your birthday?
Of
And
course,
then you go and talk to
March
the
6th.
girl again,
And
and then she gives you the
the year?
password.
I'm 24, Mr. Blacksad. You do the math.
No luck.
Nope. Math? No.
Damn.
Never. No. Never. Never! Something here. Okay, I know. They were seeing each other, and the wife, her birthday doesn't open the safe. Yeah, there we go. Let's go.
What if Mary's birthday is the combination to the safe?
Okay, we don't have any more. Oh, we do have another one. another one.
And there it was.
Hyper, taking
Merry
off. Okay,
birthday.
have a good one, man.
A week prior to that very day.
I don't think it's Mary's birthday. Oh, it is Mary's birthday. Hello. Last Will and Testament of Joe Dunn.
You open the safe?
Yeah, and I think you need to see this.
Let's go.
Can you tell me what it says?
All right. I think this might be useful for the investigation, Mr. Detective. He left everything to me, except some boxing
walk
trophies
through.
and knickknacks that'll go to Bobby Yale.
Do you think Bobby Yale read it before he disappeared?
Maybe.
Congratulations. You're one lucky lady.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
All right. Thanks.
Oh, we're good on deductions.
A few bucks. Just petty cash. I never would have taken Dunn for a gun owner.
Jack to Jacob.
Thanks, pal.
So, what else can you tell me about Dunn's death?
Well, not much. My memory's not what it used to be.
Dunn wasn't black, but he allowed you and Bobby Yale to train here.
Yeah, this was the first integrated gym in the city, I think.
But not everyone liked that.
You've seen the graffitis, right? If I get my hands on that bastard,
I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it. I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Do you remember anything else about Joe Dunn and Bobby Yale's argument?
No, not really, no. Only Joe yelling. If you do, I'll call off the fight and kick you out of the gym.
Do you have any idea where Bobby Yale could be?
Not a clue.
I dropped by Bobby Yale's apartment. I think he might be involved with O'Leary, the bookmaker.
You sure? Yale had some dark years, no doubt, but Dunn turned him into a decent guy. I'm no detective, but I wouldn't follow that lead.
You said Yale joined a gang back in the day? Know which one?
Come on, Jake.
Hell, I don't know, John. This is New York City. There are more gangs than people.
If Yale's gonna fight the reigning champion, he's got a big career ahead of him.
He hasn't lost a single fight since he turned pro. The little bastard beat the socks off me a few years back.
Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Yeah, and his wife, Bobby's mom, died shortly after. Dunn is the closest thing the family the poor kids had ever since.
That explains the poetry book in his locker. I better let you get back to your drills.
All right.
Oh, there's another hollow. Wait, I'm glitched. Alright, no, I'm not glitched. My batteries are just dead. Move that over there. Reload this like Call of Duty. Just that Call of Duty reload. Farting is the key to success? What the fuck? Okay, I should have took a fucking... I should take a screenshot of that one. Farting is the key to success. First of all, that's fucking idiotic or whatever, but like... Yeah. Like, yeah, it was already in here. Solid shit. I just need to talk to the girl again. This time I'm trying to do the game without a guide in front of me, and I've like been doing pretty good so far. The first time I did this game, I had like the 100% guide beside me. This time I'm just like remembering everything.
He opened it during the war?
What's going on in there?
That's odd. I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Walking in front of an NPC right now. Yeah, a bear held me back there. That's so stupid that you can't walk too far into that. Yeah, like walk slowly. For it to work properly, then you have to walk back into like an area that fills up the bar. Let's just go to the next area. That's glitched. Like walk off the screen initially and then it fills up a little circle, but then it stops filling up the circle as soon as you walk too far, and it's like, what the hell? I'm already off the screen. What the fuck is this? What is that? What is that? Is that a chicken or something? What was that? What was that? What was that? Was that a chicken or something? No way! No! Really?
I know you're hiding something.
What?
Happy birthday. I just found out it was a week ago.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm sure you received wonderful presents. For example, your date of birth used as the combination for Dunn's safe.
My goodness.
Busted! Ha ha!
I can't talk.
John
here.
Blacksad at it again.
My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
That's right, girl. You're
Can I
busted.
get a refill over here, Mary?
Go fire up a dart.
Coming
there,
right
John.
up.
Busted.
Mary Purnell, the angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We've been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with, well, weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Worked out first thing, huh?
Oh no. He used to say that showing his boxers how to fight was exercise enough. Paperwork. He just hated it. But that was just him. Instead of putting off the things he couldn't stand, he did them as soon as possible. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Joey was a good dude. Although we didn't meet him. And
Which is where you seduced him.
I'm a decent woman, Mr. Blacksad. You might be too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Why did you keep
Are
it
you
secret?
though?
For Sonia's sake.
Is it
She
though?
and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was. And we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
Noise.
He gave me the wedding ring and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
Noise.
Maybe you already noticed, I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
But
John knows something.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain. What was Joe Dunn like?
He was a decent man. Have you seen all those slogans on the wall? Those motivational phrases? Joe really believed in them. All of them.
He played the saxophone, right?
Yeah, pretty well for a white boy. But he quit when his wife died. Makes no sense, right? I mean, nothing draws chicks like the brass. Why quit when you're finally free? Ha 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 ha.
Joe Dunn or Joey Dunn?
Huh? Nobody called him Joey. Well, maybe his wife. Although, she didn't call him anything after she died.
Yeah, morbid joke there, bud.
Did you know Joe Dunn had a gun in his safe?
No way, man. He hated firearms. Although... when Bobby Yale was a teenager, he went through a crazy phase. Even dropped out of the gym and joined the gang. Nothing serious.
There we
Early
go.
one morning, he broke in the gym. Joe was already here and caught him red-handed. Bobby pointed the gun at Dunn and ordered him to open the safe. So, Joe opened it and asked Bobby to put the gun aside, leave the gang and start boxing again. I got here 5 minutes later and found Bobby crying like a baby in Joe's arms. Then he just stood up and put on his gloves.
The alcohol.
I found an empty
Perhaps
wine
that's
bottle
what
on
it
the
seems.
rooftop. Did Joe Dunn drink?
Only for a while, back when his wife died. But eventually he quit. After that, he'd only drink on special occasions.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
She's hot, ain't she?
You two seem to get along nicely.
Well, I've known her since she was a baby. But she sure has grown, if you get my drift.
So,
I hadn't seen her since she left for college about 4 years ago.
It seems like her father's death didn't really upset her.
Well, she likes to play it cool, which makes her really hot.
he's like, dude, reel it in. You're basically her uncle. Think we gotta go talk to Sonya again.
Dunn's room had quite a view. I never asked about the gym's insurance.
That's exactly what I'm reading now. So far, it looks like your standard small business policy.
I think I know who had your mother's ring.
You do?
Mary Purnell. I think she was in love with your father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, she wasn't happy about that.
There's something I never asked you about your father's will. When was it signed?
It was written 4 years ago, just weeks after I moved to Buffalo.
All right. Thanks. You see, I've got this friend. He's a journalist, and the thing is, well, he would like to interview you.
Why?
A woman running a boxing gym? That's quite the story.
And how did this friend of yours find out, exactly?
I'm pretty sure he saw the,
I don't even want to hear you. I just hope you prove your professional worth before the day is over.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Well, we flubbed that one. I'm gonna got straight down for deductions so we can get out of this.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
I'm trying to remember what the next step is here. So did all this. I think I need to go back here. Oh, I can't go to the diner now. Back in 10. No! Can't go back there. And you can't go over here either. Here. Oh man. I'm missing like one little piece of the puzzle right now. I'm just not sure. I don't have anything per se right now. I mean, I gotta call Smirnoff again. Probably. Pretty sure I got everything that was in the gym. This game really makes you work for it, trust me. I'm doing this without a guide this time, so... Before I had like every 1-2 step beforehand, I'm doing this guideless this time, so... I'm trying to remember, like, we have all of the things that we need up to this point, but there's something that triggers the next part of the story, and I'm trying to remember what it is. take. Card right there.
I once shredded a bag like that, just out of pure rage. Damn. I'd forgotten that Jake used to work for Natalia. This proves I was right. It's too soon to move on.
Another clue. Wearing a Gotham City Police Department shirt. Nice. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Nothing. That's why Watcher Protector is gone. It's got to be on the roof. Found something. Thanks for the free parking. You better believe it. The best. Oh, nothing there. Where's the progression on this one? Oh, man. I found all the clues that I could until I got there. I must have to call Smirnoff at this point. So I can go up here. Nope. Okay, I guess call Smirnoff. Jenna with the finger heart, thank you very much.
Smirnoff?
You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Oh, this again?
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
Well, I got something. There we go. Sleepy, welcome through. Good to see you. This is insane. You guys have gotten 80K on the stream here, and this is pretty crazy.
Life is
Sleepy, how you
often
doing?
off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
You look tired, John.
I can't help it. It's just the way we cats are.
Well, I can't help
Smirnoff!
but be glad to see you. Yep, I'm beat.
Janine, get
Started.
her in here right now.
Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
Can we just talk about Dunn?
Okay, no problem. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
That wasn't obvious at all. Thank you, Smirnoff. Melissa Brewster, welcome through. Good to see you. It's crazy. You guys might actually get to 100K and see the special 100K evolution. We'll put a hold on that. If you guys can actually get to 100K, like, yeah, we'll do the 100K evolution.
Interesting.
Dad had 4 marks on his neck. An internal autopsy was performed since the external evidence seems sufficiently conclusive. But we all know that's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
Sure, you can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Alright, Smirnoff.
Sure, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
Best friend
As always,
was a German
Smirnoff had given me new, potentially relevant
chief of the
information.
force.
Not to mention second thoughts.
Talk about friends in high places.
When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
Let's figure this out. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, there's paint on the floor. When Dunn was gone, his knuckles were swollen. So let's look at the paint can for that one. Oh!
All right. Dunn punched a paint can. But why? Wasn't he calm and composed?
Got another one here. Okay. No. Not initially. Is this one? Oh, there we go. Yeah, no. That's one of them. He wasn't tall enough to hang himself. There we go. All we needed to do.
I'm much taller than Dunn. And I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
Exactly. Okay, so... Four different net marks. Yeah, that would be that one. Trash matter, the garbage. These two. Where does the third go? There we go. Nice.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Mm-hmm. We got the unaliving weapon. Heading to bed. Okay, take care. Have a good one. There we go. Another one.
Christ.
Another one.
Did
Another
Yale
one.
kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
Timothy, welcome through.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him. In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
There's O'Leary.
John Blacksad?
We'll be right back here, guys. I'm just going to go hit the litter box really quickly. Be sure to keep on tapping that screen. Remember 100K for that special evolution that I've always been talking about. And I'll see you in 2 minutes. Oh, thank you for your patience there, guys. Chilling with the Cat, 7:49 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesday, April 15th, we're playing some Black Sad Under the Skin. Stick around, Papa Squid's done. Take a load off.
I think I owe you an apology.
Keep on tapping that screen. 100K.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Oh, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off
Hey,
on me...
Jojo. What's up, my Jojo babe? George babe is blocking my camera.
I always play it nice and safe.
My girl. Who's my girl? Come on, Georgie. Come on.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
I always work alone.
You know, if everyone worked solo, many people would suffer. Look at me. I could go it alone, but I don't. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find
She is
Yale in
being,
3 days, and you bet a
dastardly
beer
right
that
now.
we
She's
don't.
like, I don't give
In
a
3
shit about
days,
authority.
one of us has to buy
like,
the
I'll-
other a
I'll
beer.
make
Is that so
shower.
bad? We're simply two grown men using our
Jenna,
money and
she's-
free will
she's out of
to
control,
conduct
right?
a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
all right. I get your point.
Ha! I knew you would. When the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You might have a point. In certain cases, civil disobedience is both right and duty.
Exactly. And when you hear just how I've transformed this business, you'll agree even more. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. And good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
Yale's apartment?
I told you, I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
I have a cat circus going on around me right now. Beanie, what's going on? Good to see you. Remember this one? This one scared me.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
This one scared me. Can't believe this one. Oh, I remember this one. This one scared me. Fucking. Honestly, give me a sec here. Fuck it, chug it, football. We're gonna straight up do a reaction on that. Give me a sec here, guys. First of all, Joey Jojo. That's a good one. Second of all, we got about a half an hour left in the stream. Exactly a half an hour. 34 minutes, to be exact. But I have an idea. Beanie with them squeals. Remember this one? This one scared me. This one scared me. This one scared you.